Hi, I'm Sean FEDORKO, the host of Your Money Counts, a Marquette Savings Bank podcast. Today, we're talking about how to start the home buying process. I'm personally, myself, just starting out buying a home, and I'm pretty baffled by all the terms. I know it's the biggest financial decision I'm going to make, and I'd like to understand a little bit more about what is going on. So we're going to be talking with some of the bankers from Marquette Savings Bank, and they'll explain to me, what are all the points of advice I need to get started? What are the terms I should know, and who should I talk to? Before we do that, we're going to have our bankers introduce themselves, and it's a little segment we like to call Know Your Bankers. Of course, you should always know who you're talking to. So when they introduce themselves, they'll tell us their favorite vacation destination.
My name's Angela Diver. I'm the branch manager at our Liberty Street office here in Erie. And I would say my favorite destination is anywhere tropical, anywhere warm.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's winter here. Okay.
Hi, I'm Debbie Mealy, and I have the Edinburgh office in Edinburgh, and I am the branch manager. And one of my favorite past vacations was Denver, Colorado.
Wait, why Denver?
Because it's beautiful out there, the red rock and different sights that you can see, the mountains, the snow-capped mountains, a little bit of everything.
I like it.
Hi, I'm Dawn Franz, the branch manager at our Park Ave office in Crawford County, and I love to go to the beach. I take my family every year, and the last 2 years we've gone to St. George Island in Florida.
St. George, where else have you gone to the beaches?
The Outer Banks.
Nice.
Bahamas.
And, of course, the peninsula right here in Erie, PA.
Yes.
Okay, so people like to go on vacations, but of course they're going to come back to their home. They got to buy one first if they're going to do that. So, when I begin this home buying process, what do I do first? Do I look at houses? Do I talk to banks? What?
I would tell you to come into Marquette first.
Before I go look at houses?
Yes. That will save you time because we can do a pre-qualification and let you know exactly how much of a mortgage you can afford with your existing debt and income. And we would pull a credit report just to see if there's anything on there that we need to be tuned into. And then we would be able to give you a pre-qual letter to give to a realtor, and they would then show you the houses that you would like to see. So it saves you time. If you don't do that first, you may go out there and find a home that you absolutely love and you know it's the home you want and you won't settle for anything else. But then you go to the bank and you find out that your income doesn't allow you to afford that home.
Or the other opposite could happen, right? Like I could think, I'm really conservative with my money. I can't afford a larger, nicer home. Might compromise and get something I'm not really in love with when I could have been in a home that was maybe a better fit for me and my family. So I get it. Okay, get pre-qualified first. If I get pre-qualified, do I have to get the loan through you?
You don't have to, but with the relationships that we form with our customers, most always they come back to us because they're comfortable with how we've treated them and things that we've discussed with them and the path that we put them on. Another way, too, is in today's society, technology means a lot to people, and we have the capability for you to go right online and do that pre-qualification at our Marquette website. So you wouldn't even have to come in to see us. We could do everything right online and over the phone. Okay. So it would make it convenient for you.
So I can easily get pre-qualified. I don't have to stick with that bank, so it's more like a soft beginning to the relationship. Get pre-qualified first so I can figure out which home I am kind of likely to afford. Does getting pre-qualified help me get a home or begin the home buying process if I do find something I like?
People tend to prefer that you have that pre-qualification because they know that you're a true potential borrower. If they're showing you homes and you may not necessarily qualify for something, say in that price range, then you could be wasting, your own time or a realtor's time. So they want to see that you have potential to attain the lending that you need in order to purchase that property.
So even talking to the realtor or someone who might be selling a house, they want to know that I'm serious about it and could actually afford it. And if I've got that pre-qualification letter that says, a bank is likely going to be lending the amount of money I need to make that purchase, then the realtor is more willing to work with me because I'm probably going to be a a safer bet on their time and money.
Your buyer also wants to know that you have that potential to purchase their home, so that they're not thinking they have their home sold only to find out that you really didn't qualify.
Okay, so this helps everybody out in the process.
It could be a make or break too. I mean, if you've got a couple offers on your house and one couple say is pre-qualified and the other is not, you might be more apt to take the one that you feel is secure with getting financing.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now I really want to get pre-qualified. What are some other things that I should know? Some other terms that typically come up, when I'm coming to get my home loan?
One of the terms I think that people ask a lot is PMI. What is PMI? It's private mortgage insurance, and it is a percentage that you're going to pay based on what you put down. So if you don't have 20% down, you're going to carry the PMI or private mortgage insurance.
Wait, I want to clarify this. So if I have 20% to put down, 20% of the cost of the home, I don't need PMI, private mortgage insurance. If I don't have 20%, I need to have PMI, private mortgage insurance.
That's correct.
So let's say I have the 20%, but maybe I don't want to spend it all on the down payment for the house. Is private mortgage insurance something I should try to avoid if I can?
Typically, people want to avoid it because it is additional cost. The private mortgage insurance is essentially a premium that's added to your monthly payment. So it's not really benefiting you, it's benefiting your lender. So it's basically an insurance that kind of offsets in the event that you would default on your mortgage. There would be some protection there for the bank to recoup some cost.
Okay, so if I can't have 20% down, I want it.
Right.
But if not, the bank has another tool to help me get in my home. So, if I've got a growing family, living in a one-bedroom apartment with my partner, like we might actually really want to get into a home because it's going to solve, our living arrangements when we're expecting or something like that. But, maybe I don't have 20% down. So there's a tool to help me do that.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, cool. That makes sense. Deb, what's another term that I might not know?
Well, another one is escrow. And so escrow is a combination of your real estate taxes and your homeowner's insurance. And we take 1/12 of those two payments, and it's added into your mortgage payment. And the bank sets that aside, and when those taxes come due and your insurance comes due, they pay those. So the benefit of that is that you don't have to worry about saving that money and taking care of those larger bills when they come in to your home, because the bank already has the money that you've paid each month toward those to pay those for you.
Okay, so you're saying, of course, I'm going to have taxes on my home and insurance, and I'm already making a monthly payment to the bank for my loan. So in order to make things simpler, I can escrow. Would I use escrow as a verb? Like I would escrow that money? Okay. So I would escrow that money with the bank. So when I'm paying for the loan, I'm also paying some money they're going to go to property taxes. I'm also paying some money they're going to go to insurance. But the bank actually takes care of all of those payments so that I don't have to fuss with it.
Right.
Okay. That
And
sounds
at no
really
cost
convenient.
to you.
Yeah. It's at no cost, no extra cost.
Really? Okay. So, okay. Why would anyone not do it?
Some like the benefit of controlling those bills themselves, and they'll set up a savings account and funnel the money separate and pay it when it comes due. But more people than not like the escrow because they just don't want to have to worry about accidentally spending that money and not having it when their real estate taxes come due or a homeowner's premium comes due.
Okay, I'm sold on escrow. So when I want to do this, can I come into Marquette and talk to somebody and start having conversations like this? If somebody misses this podcast, can they just wander in? Does it cost like a consulting fee? Like, how do I begin? Again, like I'm just starting the process, wandering off the
No,
street.
we would like you to walk through the door because we want to talk to our customers and educate them on the best way to go look for a home so that when they get that home, they're very happy and they'll be happy with Marquette. We're a local bank. All of our decision making is local. And it's just a real nice feeling to be able to walk into your local institution and ask questions and know that you can have an answer right then. Marquette has loan officers on every site, so the chances of you talking to a loan officer the same day you walk in are very good. and you can get the answers you need and start the process very quickly.
So it's easy to get started, but when do I get started? So if I'm thinking I'm going to buy a house like next year, do I wait until kind of a month before I'm ready to buy? When do I start talking to you?
I would say a few months before. It might take you a few months to find your dream home.
And I've had people come in earlier, a year ahead, and say, we're thinking about buying a house, but we don't know if we can afford one. So we start that process of talking about, what's your income like? How long have you worked at your job? What kind of debt do you carry? And we do some worksheets to kind of see where they are at that point in time, and are they ready? If they're ready, then it's when they're ready to actually go out and start that process of looking. But some people want to know now.
Is it if I found my dream home, I've been looking on Zillow and I get really excited and I want it and I call that person and I tell them I want to buy it. It's like, how short's too short a time? Like if you try and you find your house and you run into Marquette the next morning, is that way too short a time to be offering a competitive bid on that property?
No, I don't think there's a wrong time to come
Really?
in.
So
Yeah,
I can get on fire for finding out. Let's say it's day one. I've decided I'm going to buy a house. I'm ready to do it, and I download my app and I start looking at properties and I find it. I just dumb luck. I find the house that I want. I can just call Marquette, run down, and immediately have that conversation. And you can work fast enough that I can get a bid in and maybe get that house.
Yes. Yep.
Of course, it's probably better if I think ahead and come talk to you first to make sure I can afford it. But that's interesting. I wouldn't.
Well, we have some people do exactly that. They just happen to be going through Zillow and they saw a house that they wanted and they come in and say, we found a house, and how long does it take to get pre-qualified and things? So we start that conversation and we move it quickly so that they can make a bid on a home and not lose the house that they think is their dream home.
I recently had that with a customer. They found a home they wanted to make an offer on and came in. I did the pre-qualification. They were both completely shocked that they were qualified. They had the funds to be able to make an offer and do the down payment and to cover the closing cost. And I gave her a list that day of, here's some things that are going to be needed for the application. She worked on them right away, and we had an approval for her within 13 days of doing the loan application after she received the sales agreement.
Wow. And they got that house.
Yes.
Any other great stories of somebody who first-time home buyer, we were able to take care of them?
I think we've all can say we've worked with a number of customers over our years of banking, but I worked with a customer that was a single mother, and she really wasn't sure she could get a home. She kind of just came in and wanted to talk to somebody and kind of see if maybe it might be a possibility for her, but I think she was a little discouraged entering the transaction and kind of thought, I don't really think I'm going to be able to do this, but maybe I'll check it out. And we worked together for several months. Getting her, making sure her credit was where it needed to be and cleaning up a few things. And she indeed did find the property that she really loved, and we were able to make that happen for her.
So it's interesting, just that to begin the home buying process, even if you're not even really sure you can do it, just going in and talking to somebody.
I have some customers that have just bought from the our first-time home buyers program. So they're a younger couple, and they didn't feel they were ready to buy or if they'd even have enough money. Or a lot of times the question is, we don't even know what to do. So I guess I love that situation because I'm so excited to tell them what we have and what we can do and move them through that process and see how happy they are when they own their own home and they can walk into a house that is theirs. And so I've had different situations like that where I have felt very gratified at the end of the day with helping our customers.
I think that's one of the best things in this sort of story of working personally with people and helping them get started is you're helping people accomplish one of the most exciting first steps in their life, really growing their commitment to a place, their family, and their quality of life. Well, that's been some great insights from our bankers here today. I'm, of course, Sean Fedorko with Your Money Counts, the Marquette Savings Bank podcast. You can go to MARQUETTESAVINGS.BANK to schedule an appointment online to either meet a loan officer face-to-face or talk to them on the phone so that you can begin your own home buying process. Thank you, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time.